Yo, yo. Tournament's begun. And I'm playing Cathay. Very exciting. Let's see how this goes. I'm up against Beard. Oh boy. Bird. Oops, Bird. Here we go. Alright, let's do this. Alrighty. Let's see if we can win. What the? This isn't Cathay. This is Cathay. Alright. So I'm just getting a lot of messages. Tournament is live. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna be trying out Jet Lions. In theory, Jet Lions plus Jade Lancer should be sick, right? Because you have Yin Harmony, you got Yang Harmony. Missile Mirror, so their cavalry can't be shot as you approach. I should have waited a week for this one. I want to get like one last, you know, Cathay Hoorah before the big update, because that's gonna mix things up like crazy, right? So as soon as we get that update, we can try it out. Map is Norskin Rise. Okay. All right. Pretty fun map. And he picks Lizardmen, Ogres, and Corn. Corn could be interesting. Lizardmen, Ogres, and Corn. Lizardmen's probably the best for me. Let's do it. Hope you guys are doing good. We'll catch up with chat in but a second. It's been a busy morning. I'm finally back on editing and recording properly. Oh boy. Hopefully I can actually start pumping out videos at more than one per month. Fingers crossed. Lines are terrible. That's the thing, though. We're using the balance mod. Also, by the way, congratulations to our prize winners from yesterday. Berserk got a free DLC of their choosing. And Warlock Master Sephi won the raffle DLC. Very fun. Very nice to see. Carnosaurs are gonna eat your lions alive. My range is too strong. No way they get me. They'll never take me alive. Seriously though, Cathay has some real teeth. Especially against a faction like Lizardmen. I feel like they have very little they can do against all this crazy stuff I got going. Here, should I go Sky Lantern? If I go Sky Lantern, they can't see. They won't be able to see what I'm they won't be able to stealth. I'll be able to see. Is that not amazing? Surely that is OP. Today should be real interesting. They will be very interesting. I'm honestly not too scared though. I feel like Lizardmen aren't. I don't think they're that crazy. Especially the Temple Guard change. It doesn't really help them in this matchup. I'm assuming you watched the reveal today. Yeah, we saw the Cathay stuff. Yo, pretty hype. I can't wait for them to have infantry that has higher than 28 speed. I guess 30 speed, Peasant Spearmen. Still though, they've been needing it. They've been really needing it for what feels like forever. This will definitely be a nice change of pace for Grand Cathay. Let's see, what do I want to do? I guess I'll cut this and I'll take 2 of these. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, let's do it. Kid a kite. Yo. Imagine Cathay as a kite faction. Wild. They did mention they're going to be changing lanterns. They're going to be closer to Grail Reliques. So maybe they'll have a host of sick buffs. Maybe. Lots of dang, that's a lot of signups. Okay. We got a lot of signups. We got a lot of new players actually. Hell yeah. Yo, it's nice. It's nice seeing it's nice seeing some new players in there. All right, let's do these. Let's get the halberds going. All right, I've gone double lion. We got Dragon's Breath, and I have a big balloon. Playing Cathay as they were meant to be played. Got a giant balloon, camping it out. It's gonna control the center as we control both points. Hopefully we walk forwards. We take these 2 points and then we're good. It's that simple. Can you see my graphic settings? Ah, it's blocked right now. I think I have it pinned on my Discord. If you go to the Warhammer channel and go to the pins, yeah, you can see all of my graphic settings there. Always a good option. We're gonna give lanterns a harmony area buff, kind of like the dragons. He spied a shield breaker effect on their range attacks. Don't they already have shield breaker on the normal balloon? It's still good though. It's still good that they're keeping it. I don't know if that's new. Getting early access to the DLC. Usually CA does give early access, but you know, you'll see me playing it as soon as I am able to start showing it off. Fingers crossed it is soon.
Whatever is required.
Never use lanterns. I think a lot of people don't use lanterns. Be really nice if they could balance Cathay rather than give it a unit that just bypasses its weakness. I don't think like Cathay's weakness is supposed to be that they're slow though, right? Like that's kind of just a dwarf thing. I don't really see it as like a faction identity type of situation. Unlike something like, say, the vampire counts. Oh, look at him, he's dodging. Look at him, he's juking. He knows I have the spell casting ready. Oh, decent dodge actually. Not as much damage as I would have hoped for. Unfortunate. Well, it's still fine. What do we want? I think I probably want, yeah, just some cavalry. These guys are a little exposed. We got lots of harmony here from the balloon. Okay, and it's all about securing this point over here. So I'm just gonna skedaddle over. Lord's doing okay. That's a big toad. He has Arcane Unforging. He has Tempest. Tempest is not very useful. That'll be a good Dragon Breath. There we go. That's where the money's at. Then we're just gonna chill, aren't we? Now, I don't want to split up too much. I'm okay with just controlling 1 point. Maybe I can just kill his Lord if I'm lucky. So there's the Arcane Unforging. That's totally fine. We're just gonna bypass the oh my gosh, the double Stegodon block. Alright, they actually did fairly well for themselves. A little annoying actually, but I think we're still relatively in the clear. The double lions are doing great. Skinks actually held very well though. Hoped actually. Gonna need to pull away into my dudes. Gonna need some more cavalry probably. Big balloon is doing its bestest. I should be able to get the point at least. And we do have harmony through the lions. That's the most important part. But can we hold? That's a big banishment. Ouch, bro. Okay, that's gonna be kind of painful. Double Stegodon versus double Lion. What a crazy world we live in. At least the balloon lives. It's doing a pretty good job bullying these skinks. It's rather high armor. It's just good for surviving. Gonna chuck more magic on my lord, but she'll be okay. And we do have a lot of harmony at our disposal. How are my lions doing? They're doing okay. He's gonna summon the Ripperdactyls. Now this will be really interesting. I don't know how the Ripperdactyls do. Oh, these are Colossedons. Okay. Shouldn't my stuff be pretty good against them? I guess we'll see. I got the bomb or drop birds though. They'll be nice. How my lions doing? Decent. Gonna get that missile mirror going. Okay. Then he's gonna Tempest my guys. And that's honestly not too bad. Missile mirror is actually doing pretty good too. Funnily enough. Halberds are holding pretty well. I will say having the lions for harmony is just really nice. But I don't know how we'll do in general. Like, yeah, the artillery piece is fine. Lord is still alive. That's the most important thing. But am I up trading? Well, value trading is decent, I guess. Oh, my Onyx Chroman did not like the Colossedons, though. That was rough. But the double lion is doing okay. I might be able to charge into these Colossedons too. Let's just leave like one lion around here maybe. I guess I can do this. Another rogue missile mirror to give him a tough time. It's not too bad. And then what I can start doing is using Peasant Horsemen to capture some points. He really doesn't like the artillery piece, by the way. Honestly, I think he'd be better off just ignoring it. And hey, the damage, the missile mirror is actually doing pretty well for itself. But how are my lions doing? Still fairly decent, actually. I think having that harmony is really working well for me. There go the Peasant Horsemen. Get in the capture point. Lions. Still alive, actually. Yo, can the lions actually duel Stegodons? It's weird. Everyone says they suck, but... it seems like they're actually fairly decent duelists. And as like a melee combatant that gives Yang harmony, or no, Yin harmony, I must say they're doing surprisingly well. You usually don't have that because Crowmen are not exactly it when it comes to the fight. Very nice. Let's get the Crowmen over here. Let's get my Lord alive. Yeah, look at him go. They're crushing it. Hell yeah. And we got a capture point over here. Now I think we get the Crowmen to support my cavalry. Make sure they can do well. A little bit of a sloppy game, I must say. I definitely went very hard on the melee. But it's honestly not working too bad. Look at that. Yo, the stat difference is crazy. The melee defense on these guys, ludicrous. He also keeps tempesting the balloon, which is not very useful. Turns out the balloon is actually very tanky. People are not super used to it. It's also a nice way to get a little bit of harmony going too. Very, very nice. And now what? I think he's just dead. He should be out of magic too. No way my Lord is gonna get sniped, that's for sure. Solid. And that's a big route. Big ol' flying artillery piece is still absolutely cooking. Dang it. Why do he just stops moving all the time? He knows. He knows too well. I think that one was accidental though. But yeah, this is certainly going to be a rough position now. The balloon is still alive and he's committed way too many resources trying to kill it. And that will simply be the doom of my opponent. The double lion actually insane. They're better than you think. I don't think they're worth 1,100, but as a 900 gold unit, it's pretty solid. Definitely gets the job done type of unit. It's like it's at 900. It's a good enough single entity for the price, essentially. You know, they can fight. They might even be better than Stegodons, which is kind of wild. I might even think that they're too strong even, but we won't call it just yet. Yeah, Cathian Campaign. Dude, Cathian Campaign is definitely an auto-resolve fiesta. Faction has so much armor. I've heard a few people say that they find Cathay pretty boring. And it's probably because the auto-resolve is so wild. Terror? What terror? I'm sorry. I guess that's the for the Stegodons, you mean? For the Stegodons? How much is this? Yeah, they usually cost 1,100. Do Stegodons cost 1,000 now, or do they cost what's the price? Yo, if these guys cost terror, that would actually, if they cost terror, I think they would be worth the price. But yeah, unfortunately, they're a little jank. Good fight, though. This was actually very solid. We got to play around with some lions. They got some cool missile mirror shenanigans. It was great. If they had terror, that is. Yeah. I think they used to, actually. But then CA decided it was too strong and it got removed. I don't know if this was this unit or if I'm mixing it up with Moringulls. But if Moringulls can have terror for such a cheap price, I feel like these lions could totally get it. Can't believe this guy's still alive, by the way. 18 HP. What a mad lad. GG. GG, well played. A victory for us. Win-loss counter. Let's edit that. Nice. Let's take a look at the values. Balloon, pretty good. It ate up magic like no one's business and distracted his stuff. His Stegodons were not super useful. My Jet Lions, also not super useful, but they did provide harmony. Unlike the Stegodons. Okay, that's actually a lot less use. It's a lot less value than I thought. Harmony's good though. Harmony on infantry make them insanely chunky. That's how they fought so well against the Skinks. But the Lions themselves actually were not as impressive, it turns out. Colossedons kind of got bullied. Not bad overall. I'm definitely gonna need to tune up my play though. Thoughts about the lantern changes? I think they're good. Lanterns are just not used right now. They definitely need a mix up, and if you make them strong enough to be used, it does not make for great gameplay because you end up with essentially just air cheese, right? That only gets counted by artillery, but not everyone has that. The Lord do? How'd my Lord do? Opponent is Flower. We're on Cursed Oasis. They're playing Dark Elves. All right. Quick matches today. Let's change up our banner. Mix it up a bit. I do want to be playing with these lions. First and foremost. They're just too cool to pass up, man. Got a lot of messages, but I think we're good. Dang, we have over 25 signups. Huge. Huh. All right. I got something to check. Pa pa pa. All right. We gotta do a bit of adminning. But yeah, Cathay versus Dark Elves. I think Cathay should be pretty nice. Cathay should be pretty good here. They definitely outshoot the Dark Elves. The thing I'm most worried about is maybe a massive buildup. But funnily enough, Cathay's pretty amazing with build-up strategies too. Spell Kite is not actually that, excuse me, not that good for Dark Elves. By the way, Missile Mirror does not reflect Doombolt, unfortunately. But yeah, what, I might be dealing with some Dark Shards and the like. That's not a big deal. I got some adminning. Alright, looks like there's some weird stuff going on when people drop. Let me see. What's going down? So this is, I gotta make sure. Gotta make sure everything's good. There might be a bug with the drop command, maybe. Let me see. Oh, I see. The player that was meant to win also dropped somehow. Huh. Okay. Weird. Yeah, it's not dropping people correctly. Dang it, and I thought it was all good. The drop command ain't working properly. How is that working? Let's see here. The player that was meant to win is also dropped somehow. This is an error. Please message Inticity. This was me from ages ago. How am I supposed to know what I was coding before? Okay, I'll just have to manually fix it. I think I can sneak that in. So let's see here. I just need to do this. And then also for flower. Okay, that should work for now. Okay, there we go. That should be good enough. Let's see if we can get this game done. Kind of sketchy though. Bots running into issues. But yeah, I think I'll need to make a note. Okay, nice. I just had to manually edit the database. Not sketchy at all. Surely there will be no runtime errors. Let's see here. Bot to do. When people drop. Getting the... let's see here. The player that was meant to win is also dropped somehow. All right. Anyways, I should be good. But a slight setback. Back to the game. I'm up against the Dark Elves. I feel like they are manageable. They are just manageable. Man, I'm kind of frazzled though, I'm not gonna lie. Having the bot just bork it up is always very sketch. Do I get a third Jet Lion? Is that the solution? Probably not. Probably one of these, another one of these. Alright, is fine. Though some Cathay players opt for some more infantry. I would kind of love going for like a very heavy infantry build. It just feels a little risky. But let's try something a little fancy. Let's do this. All right, there we go. But yeah, apparently when people drop out of the tournament, things don't work normally. Wonder if the Tiger will have mastery too. Probably not if I had to guess. All right, just some quick debugging. I'll do most of this after the stream, and then we should be good. Oh, wait, no, it's gone. I see. What is going on? What is going on? Apparently someone managed to match into my opponent. Which makes no sense, bro. How is that possible? Yo, this bot was working properly earlier too. Yeah, you match into my opponent. I don't even know how that's possible. All right, let's try this. Oh, not again. It's weird. It's not like I'm getting that many errors. All right, I think we should be okay. Let's just play this match. Build is simple. Just have a super chunky line of dudes. Use the lions for harmony, so that my archers can play a little bit more safe. And if he can't break into my archer line, we just shoot him to death. Nice and simple. Let's do it. Bot's calling in sick. Let's see here. Oh, he readied up. Whoops. All right, let's do it. What do we got? A Doom Bolter? If we have a Doom Bolter, I have Jade Shield. That'll help me out a lot. We have a Sorceress of Shadows. Also not a problem. Got the Pendulum, so I just have to not line up for that, and we good. And I could get some artillery, maybe. Double Medusa's a little annoying. I don't actually have that much that can fight him. Guess I should have been ready for it. One unit of Crane Gunners would have been perfect, actually. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem then. So the only way I can deal with them is by playing much more aggressively with my... What did he just hit me with? Was that his little dude over there? Jeez. Yo, that's a little rough. I guess I do have single entities. I do have my cavalry. This lady can get a little bit of work in. And if he nets me, I have Jade Shield. So that's pretty good. Alright, and I think if I just... I'm just gonna have to take a fight, unfortunately. That's the worst part about this. Oh, I'm so ill-prepared. Much jank, but I think we will at least live. Here comes a big pendulum. It's mostly peasant archers, not the end of the world. We do have harmony going, so they will be able to stick around, thankfully. Gonna get our damage reflect going. Pendulum is spent, so it ain't too bad. And I can start sealing this capture point, maybe? Buy myself a little bit of time. I know my infantry at least should be able to win this fight fairly decisively. So I'm thinking we just kind of stick with this and play more aggressively. Cathay is not a very good aggressive faction, but they can definitely put on the hurt with their infantry. A couple Dark Riders shouldn't be a big deal. If I get in a few dudes, just have to be a little careful about these Cold One Riders. Just avoid them essentially. Then I think we'll be okay. Frontline's actually dominating right now. That's perfect. There we go. I just have to keep track of my lions. Where are they up to? Where's this one at? I will say I'm very not used to keeping track of these guys. It's another missile mirror. There's yet another missile mirror. If he's not ready for it in the heat of combat, this could actually go really well. Very nice. Then I can start hounding down these Dark Riders. Get them bullied. How's my lord doing? Pretty good. Missile mirror working out on these guys pretty well. You see, they're still shooting, and they're taking a lot of damage for it. Very nice. And even though a couple Cold One Knights are gonna be able to slip through, I think we're still okay. Got an admin mid-battle. Let's see here. But yeah, trading's not too bad. We got a far point over here. Value trading wise, I am down. And I imagine the Medusas are still a very large part of the value here for my opponent. But I'd say it's not too bad. Great thing about the Corsairs is they don't have a lot of armor piercing damage. So if we take advantage of that, I think we will be fine. Harmony's doing pretty well. Lord, though, getting bullied just a little bit. I think she'll still be all right, though. Let's see. Let's get some birds in. Yeah, she'll be all right. At the end of the day, I have a million Jade Warriors here, ready to use their halberds to swing this fight in my favor. A little bit of magic over there, too, will be quite painful. Have to be really careful my Lord doesn't die. But so far, she's doing okay. And Harmony's still crushing it. Now, there are some cavalry units here I gotta be wary of. I'm about to triple cap, though. I do worry, however, that I am just gonna run out of units if I am not careful. I'm also noticing I don't have oh geez, that's a passive triggered. Probably gonna have to wait for some units to sandwich in here. That should at least be a decent hit. I'm gonna summon in some yeah, some more cavalry, deal with them. I do still have both lions too. They'll be fairly good. This is a real mess of a fight, though. It's very hard to keep track of, I'm noticing. But hey, I got a good surround on his Lord. I do have the triple cap. And I think my infantry are just going to end up being better, honestly. I think just having superior infantry is going to do me very good. I'm a little worried about the crowmen here. I don't have Harmony on that far side. Let's see here. How are these cold ones doing? A little scary, but I should be able to catch them out. And I'll just use these guys to buffer for a little bit. Maybe we'll use one infantry and retreat with the rest. I have a lot of lancers to bring back, thankfully. Okay, and this charge is going to be pretty good. Once again, very happy that I have Harmony. I will say, the Lions being just a perpetual Harmony machine is so perfect. Didn't get the best pendulum either. We're probably going to kill the caster. Perfect, perfect. Then I'll just ignore these Dark Riders. And then we just have to stabilize. If I can just not die for a little bit. Dark Elves are pretty good at securing points. But they shouldn't be amazing as long as I can keep trading, right? It's not like the Medusas are the scariest things in the world either. Live, peasant horsemen, live! They're doing the best. I think I'm gonna really need to rely on those double lions to do well here. Or those Corsairs, not a big deal. Not a big deal in the slightest, okay. If I keep chucking out dragon breaths on them, maybe we eventually get them dead. Still have the double lion alive too. I will say their leadership is much better than I thought it would be. Very nice. All right, and then we're gonna bring them in for the Harmony bonuses to support this here infantry. Controlling the middle though is a little sketchy. It means my opponent is gonna be able to buy a lot of time, unfortunately. But if I can just capture it, it'll be good. Dragon Breath attack is okay. I will say this is quite the mosh pit too. But I have a lot of Harmony bonuses. We still have the lion in there. My Lord is alive, most importantly. I think I just need more dudes. We'll just de-summon this guy. Yeah, I think I just need more guys in here. She needs to live though. Ugh. She's getting real low. She's getting focus fired by the Lord, actually. Enemy Lord really wants her dead. And I think the Medusa's coming in to try and finish the job. That's gonna mean no more harmony bonuses for me. Unfortunate. So my leadership is beginning to dip. And there goes my lord. Center line is not looking very good. Harmony is gone, actually. And this may go south for me very quickly. Though with the capture points, I don't think it's impossible. Might even be able to kill off this guy too. With a big old Jade Lancer surround. Actually huge damage on the Jade Lancers. Wait, hold up. The heroes of Grand Cathay. Come on, just kill him. Just kill the guy. Yes. Huge. All right, nice. That's a swing and a half. Let's bring back the Jade, the Jet line. And maybe we have a chance. Lord needs to live for once. The enemy Lord is the one that dies. Oh my goodness, that's so huge though. Now all my guys are rallying. That one misplay might have done it. The leadership on the Dark Elves is wavering quite dramatically. Let's get another one of those. There's another big route. Very nice. Having some units rally too, and the lion is here. Hello, Harmony. Thank goodness. All right. Nice. Now there is a cold one knight over here that I have to worry about. But it is not impossible to deal with. I think if I get another lion in here, that might be the armor killing power that I need to survive. Gonna missile mirror that Medusa. Oh, got it a little too late. She does still get the attack off. Oh, and it's gonna rout my lord. No. Okay, that's pretty brutal. He might even be able to secure this far point. And he's probably gonna secure this point. Oh no. All right, we'll see if the lion can pull it back. But yeah, if they just secure all the points, I'm kind of screwed. Getting more messages.
Woeful tidings. The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
Okay, we're gonna see what we can do with these lines. A little bit of adminning. Now, I do have a lot of time here, thankfully. Unfortunately, we were not able to stall this. Lord is probably gone too. That's very unfortunate. We'll see. We'll see what we can get done. I'm gonna need to get back one of my points. And I'm gonna need to start farming hella value with the double line. I think they can get a lot of work done. But it's gonna need a little bit of time and effort. It's actually gonna need a lot of time and effort. But if they are able to actually win the mobility fights, we're still in the clear. I just probably need a few Jade Lancers. Man, I can't believe I didn't account for Medusa, so what was I thinking? Very unfortunate. I'm getting so many messages, bro. I just wish the bot could hold up on its own. If only the bot could hold up. Hey, hill dodge. Yeah, if the bot could hold up, this would be much less stressful. At least I can get some missile mirror action on this Medusa. I can potentially steal this point too, mind you. But to do that, I'm gonna need to cause a threat here first. I need to threaten my opponents. Okay, this should be fairly decent charge through the infantry. There you go. Okay, and he summons over there. Perfect. Then we go for this point. I don't actually want to go for the middle. Because if I do, it's going to take too long to capture. We're just here to distract. We're just here to distract a little bit. He gets pretty nasty volley on my birds, though. Very sad. Here we go, though. Should be able to get a pretty decent charge here. With the bird support. Get him in. Gonna bomb drop these Dark Riders. Then we're going to use these guys to bully over there. Get another missile mirror going. Oh crap, I accidentally bombed my own guys. That's not good. But maybe I can steal this point? I just need to steal this point and hold this one. If I can do that, we're fine. I think that's doable if my opponent's not paying attention well enough. The lines are certainly painful, though they are out of missile resist, missile reflex again. All right, let's take a look. Crowmen are getting bullied a little bit, but they still haven't noticed. They haven't noticed the far point. I think that might be enough. Come on. Yes. Okay, nice. The Grand Cathay Steel has succeeded. Very nice.
Retreat! Withdraw! Celestial Fury!
Okay, I'm gonna need a help admin after this though. Do I win on a 1-cap? I guess that's a real question. If I win on a 1-cap, then we'll be okay. Let's see here. I think we might barely actually. It's gonna be close though. I'm gonna need to stop them from taking this point is the problem. It's not impossible, but it's also not very probable. Let's go over here.
Seeking Cathay's foe.
It seems like the bot is like not allocating games properly right now. We're gonna stall this as long as we can. Because if I just win, if I can win on a 1-cap, we're good. That's essentially the theme of today. I just don't think, even if I do win on a 1-cap though, is it enough? Well, let's take a look. Let's see if we can pull some magic out of here. So this point is gonna swing over now. Very unfortunate. Can I hold this one? I do technically win on a 1-cap, but I think we're army wiped. Yeah, that's GG. Well played. I have adminning to do anyways. GG, well played. Let's see here. It's a loss. Okay, I gotta do some adminning. What is going on with bot? Okay, so Azek is still not able to find an opponent. What's going on? Sorry, guys. Yo, the lions are pretty cool, though. I think I just needed something to counter the Medusas, and we're fine. Like one, long-range unit is good. Okay, what is going on here? You get a message from the bot saying reverse. What is that? Did the bot fail to message maybe? Service unavailable. Weird. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. What am I dealing with? Is he still matched versus Trizik? He is. Yeah, there's a weird thing when people drop. It's not working. The drop command just is not working. Kind of jank. definitely a big thing that I will have to fix later. And now we are 1-1. Unfortunate. Okay, we're done most of the adminning, thankfully. I think we're good now. Oh man, what a mess though. So there's a weird thing when people are dropping where it's just not, sometimes it doesn't get you the right person. Well, all good though. I can resume just playing normally. I think that was just like the one hiccup. Glade of the Everqueen. Yeah, what if I just play Grand Cathay like Skaven? Azek's playing Warriors of Chaos. I think if I just have like a Crane Gunner to force them into me, that honestly gives me enough of an advantage to be fine most of the time. Yo, I feel like I could have won that game against the Dark Elves. It's just my late game wasn't nearly as strong as theirs. The Cold One Night spam with the passive all triggered was too much. It was just too much. Okay, this should be a fairly fun build though. I have a lot here that should be fairly good versus the Warriors of Chaos. I'm gonna be trying to experiment with a couple things, maybe. Yeah, let's just try this. It's kind of a wild build, but it's a playstyle I want to get better at. Also, yes, the Tiger units are definitely going to be amazing for Cathay. Huh. Wait, more importantly though, what's going on with this bug? I think maybe I see there's a 503 service unavailable error. Was there like a slight hiccup in with the bot? Was there a slight hiccup and I had to restart and that just mucked things up? Bashiva only stream? Yo, I feel like Cathay could actually be one of the strongest factions. It's really just a core part of their roster that's missing. But like, when it comes to an actual straight head-to-head fight, their infantry just win. It really is just dwarves, but they have cavalry. Minus the slayers though, right? But adding the lion infantry, just that's it. That's your slayer core. And then you just have better dwarves, right? At least in theory. Not all maps will be good for Cathay either. They definitely want a close capture point map so they can just camp 2 points. But yeah, I think they could cook. Anti-infantry and anti-large tigers. Is it just gonna be tiger spam though? I guess you can start with the armor, but based on how I play chaos, I feel like I might be a tiger spammer. All right. I think I'm all caught up. Woo. Okay, okay. Unfortunately, I can't cook my build super well right now because I'm busy. Because we be busy trying to figure out what's going on. All right, I just gotta manage that and then we're good. All right, let's do this. But yeah, I feel like Cathay will be a totally different faction. The addition of fast infantry opens up so many different types of play styles. At the very least, it's kind of like chaos. You have like a bunch of armor dudes.
The celestial faithful.
Jade warriors are insane. But well, actually, you know what? Having some fast spear infantry for the late game is probably the biggest game changer, right? Pretty good luck, have fun. It's probably the biggest game changer. Oh crap, I forgot. Okay, nice, we're good. Woo. Okay, we're good. Huh. Okay. All right, we're good. Let's do this. Ugh. Ugh. All right, what are we looking at? Hopefully it's just a freak error of the bot because of a service crash or something. Lore of life, beasts and shadows. Okay, yeah, that's insane. What am I dealing with? Just a bunch of chaos dudes. This time we're gonna do a bit of an infantry buildup. Because I have crane gunners, we're not gonna be harassed and kited by Medusas. That's kind of what went wrong last time, just having a bunch of archers. But by doing this, I have way more time to just sit back, relax, build up just an extraordinary infantry army. And then when the fight actually begins, we win it. It's that simple. This is definitely the Skaven style of play, where you just have like one weapon team, basically. But boy, are they a defended weapon team. Just one extremely, extremely defended range unit. They should do pretty well. And I use my lions to capture. It's perfect. Archaon has a burning head, not a problem. You don't need to worry about that. I just need to keep getting infantry, really. Is that a dog rush? Is that a Rot Knight rush? Holy crap. Okay, that's kind of terrifying. And second, that's just a straight up Rot Knight rush. Guy's insane. Guy's cooking, man. They saw the Rot Knight buffs and they are going with it. Interesting that Archaon's just diving in though. That seems a little risky. He didn't even do that much damage to my halberds. And he's gonna get maybe bit in the butt for that. We'll see. Here comes the mobility though. And be real wary of these guys. Thankfully I do have some cavalry to bully them. A couple peasant horsemen should actually be able to get a good amount of damage in. On the doggos. We can close the gap with our peasant horsemen. It's not a big deal. These guys cause fear. They'll be great. I just have to brace versus the Rot Knights. But yeah, I think if I just charge these guys, we're good. Unfortunately, my guys just charge in the complete wrong direction. If I lose the crane gunners, that would be a big loss. But a little bit of Jade Shield will go a long way. My infantry so far, doing pretty good. Just holding up all these guys. I think if we just kind of sit here and keep on value trading, we'll probably be fine. dogs are completely out of the picture now. Which means it's just a couple Hell's Riders. Now, the trees are not actually a great position for me, sadly. But I think that is okay. The halberds. Hopefully they will continue to hold. Get the Jade Shield going. And then sandwich them. Okay, we go. We got some birds coming in. These lions are going to have the work cut out for them, but at least the Harmony's cooking very hard here. Okay. And then we'll see how annoying these Rot Knights are. Honestly, my confidence is not very high. They are kind of terrifying. How's Archaon doing? Man, there's no range for me to missile mirror. That's the worst part. We're kind of just sitting around watching my guys get massacred. Pretty big Searing Doom too, but the bomb drops did pretty well. Can I kill these Rot Knights with the Crowman? I don't know if they're good at that. Gotta be careful. I think Archaon's just kind of a menace too. But value trading wise, we are up 500. This center line too is just never gonna die. Dude, just the Harmonied infantry. They actually just hold forever. Thankfully, I still have the capture point too. And it seems like things are starting to stabilize, even if just a little bit. I think the biggest scary thing is just Archaon, but he'll pretty easily be dealt with. My infantry, far superior than the Chaos infantry, are doing well. And the Rot Knights, while definitely terrifying, they are far from indestructible. In fact, I think my double lines can probably kill Archaon with all my halberds supporting here. If I do that, I think we're solid. All right, feeling good. Hey, look at that. Rot Knights are down. Archaon's getting beat up. We held. This is kind of like the Cathay way, by the way. You're essentially just yeah, you want to get this like super defensive fight going, and then if it goes well enough for you, the match is basically done. Ooh, is Archaon gonna escape? He might. I will say it's a little awkward getting my units onto the battlefield. Maybe I can catch some free dogs. Maybe. And then the slow push onto this point is the hardest part. Now, if I had fast infantry, if I had lion infantry, then that would be much easier. Unfortunately, I do not. Yeah, up trading while playing the home point is totally their strat. But you do have to get another point eventually. Let's keep those guys alive. Hey, yo, Archaon's actually getting murdered by these. Jet Lions actually getting the job done. Yo, we got Harmony now for them too. Wait, yo. I feel like the Jet Lions at 900, it feels like it's cheap enough where you can run double. And they support the fight so well. I'd say mostly the Harmony is what feels good about them. This might be overly feisty, by the way. It might be a bad idea to go for this point so soon. But I think it'll be worth it. Because if I misjudge, we can just get completely screwed over. So dang, those Rot Knights getting full surrounded. Pretty decent value though. I wonder if 1600 is cheap enough for them to be worth. Very hard to say. But yeah, look at this. We're all over this point. We got the Harmony bonuses. I actually have to keep these crows alive to maintain it. You gotta remember, I don't actually have that many sources of Harmony. It's just the lions and the crows. But Harmony is obviously so important for us. Alright, let's get some expensive dudes. I think we're still in the clear though. Archaon's gonna die. He can't heal. He doesn't have the magic for it to summon in a caster even. And if I continue to hold these points, we're good. Now this is a little sketchy. This map actually has pretty wide point distances, but because this one's a home point, generally speaking, it's quite unlikely that you'll see it get stolen. Especially because my crossbowmen can just kind of bully them. Just bully them while they try and capture. And we have our celestial crossbows too. It'll be great. And there's still no Marauder Horseborn or anything to cause me issues, which is perfect. Let's Jade Shield these guys. Stop them from taking damage. We counter magic with magic. One of the only instances where this game kind of has a counter spell, by the way. Because it's actually a 1 second cast time. Low duration, high resist.
With infinite pride.
I just wish the spell was a little bit better so that it could be more effectively used as a counter spell, but
Order and
you know what? I'm still happy it exists. And I think we're gonna get it done. At the end of the day, all those dogs at the beginning really are a little bit of a liability. They didn't really get that much done, did they? I had basically a full stack of armor.
saved in celestial light.
Jade Lancers.
Sound the retreat!
Yeah.
Wind and
Constant harmony on my infantry is basically guaranteed trades. Most strategies that aim to beat Grand Cathay,
Of the spirit dragon.
they you know, they try to rout off your archers or whatever,
One of your
and then no more harmony for you.
Ready to
The Jet Lions change that dynamic completely. You could actually go a full melee build with the Jet Lions,
Jade.
but I think enough people are kiting Cathay where that's probably still a bad idea. More Jade Shields. I have so much magic with this. Every time I cast, I think I get refunded, what, 2.5 wins of magic? It's pretty nice. By the way, this is the benefit of having a crossbow unit survive all game. Paid for themselves twice over. Insane. And this is gonna be nice. So if I win this match, and maybe 2 more, I should be guaranteed to make it to
marching as
the top 4. Much excited for that. How'd the Rot Knights do? I'm actually really interested.
warriors.
You gotta make sure you don't accidentally make units OP. Seems like Rot Knights are probably still underpowered based on their performance this game. It's not like they weren't able to get the fights that they wanted, right? Also, by the way, Missile Mirror time. I wish Missile Mirror lasted a bit longer though. Oh, there it is. There's the Missile Mirror. Dude, it does so much damage when if they don't catch it. That's crazy.
Defenders.
Because almost all the missiles are hitting, unlike other abilities, or unlike normal ranged attacks where some movement will cause it to miss. Missile Mirror is basically guaranteed to hit, and it hurts, man. It does a lot. Can use this line to Missile Mirror. Did he chase Archaon all the way here? Oh my gosh, Archaon's still running. I totally forgot about the guy. That's my bad. If I lose because of that, so be it.
wind and fire. Shenyang sent
Lord's getting wrecked a little bit too. How good are they at multitasking?
Shenyang sends us.
I know a lot of people talk about the micro attacks in multiplayer battles. Personally, I think the micro tax is overvalued. Because if something
Faithful.
is important enough to be microed so that it wins you the game, people are just gonna micro it.
Peasant horsemen.
He's so low though. Archaon on skirmish mode. Get him! Get him, you darn lion!
whatever is required.
He's doing his bestest. If he catches Archaon, that's great. I think the odds are unlikely though. Opponent's playing it out pretty well. Pretty smart. And they do re-secure this point. But I do still think they're down trading a bit too much. That Cav unit just got obliterated. If they get too close to Archaon, that's just the end of them. Does it do fire damage? It does. I can reduce the regeneration of the Rot Knights by using that spell. And Archaon did get got. So Archaon's down for the count. I think we're basically in the clear then. A fun match. Though kind of sketchy. I really wish I had some fast infantry to clear out all these large units. If only there was some sort of big cat that could come in and get the job done, you know? Maybe a lion of some sort. Maybe a lord who could just teleport and kill Archaon right away. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be great? Oh yeah, and Sky Lanterns too. I think Sky Lanterns, if they if Sky Lanterns just become giant Grail relics, I think that really reinforces what Cathay is already good at. The faction will probably still lose to artillery factions. Well, no, they're gonna have fast infantry now. I don't know. It's very hard to say. All right, this game's pretty over though. I think we've done it. Ain't no coming back from this situation, man. Archaon's dead. He got tag teamed by the Double Lion. Not much you can do about that. A little bit of magic for me. Gonna burn my own peasant horsemen, but we hit the marauders. That was a bad idea, it turns out. But yeah, we got it. So I just need to win my next game in about 30 minutes and we're fine.
Offspring of dragons, they must fall. Descendants of
Obese chicken, love it. Doesn't Cathay have the third best artillery? They don't have the best counter artillery, actually. So factions like Kislev and Empire can totally outshoot Cathay. In fact, Dwarves can outshoot Cathay. I think Chaos Dwarves might even be able to outshoot Cathay, because they have some of the biggest cannons in the entire game. And big in terms of hitbox, not in terms of killing power. So like Empire just love, you know. They also have more range. Empire will outrange Cathay. Don't mind my lord. If you don't look at it, we're doing fine. Let's see. I'm gonna need to chuck a halberd on this point probably. There's a non-zero chance my opponent actually comes back, which would be a devastating situation for me. I think we're still probably fine, but you never know, man. This game is fickle. Oh hey, random line, hell yeah. High elves have terrible artillery, yet their unit is amazing against artillery for some reason. It's not even that good too. It's good. It's decent for its price. You do see it sometimes in land battle, but I would say far from an amazing tool. Also, I think they're finally gonna get this point. Maybe not though. Do these guys have only 5 capture weight? It's fine though. Whoops! Get that guy back on the point. All right, we're good. Nice, very nice. Okay, another win. And it seems like the bot's working. No one else is reporting issues, so it seems like a freak accident. I will need to fix it, of course, but at least it's not something recurring. The jet lines were amazing. In fact, they might have even won it at the normal price. This is one of those instances where they were actually kind of perfect. And the Rot Knights were okay. I think definitely the current price is way too high. But yeah, now they're doing not bad. They were pretty annoying to kill, but also not indestructible. It's weird. Rot Knights feel kind of squishy sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know what does it. Technically, it's supposed to be super armored and defended, but sometimes it just melts to damage, and I don't know why. Cathay's Oxtron cannons. They're basically just normal cannons, but they're more expensive and they have big hitboxes. If you want to win the artillery fight against Cathay, you can. Does CA plan on putting AI on their games? Like, what do you mean AI? Like artificial intelligence? I think campaign without AI would be pretty bad. But I think what you're talking about is neural network, like learning AI. I think they explicitly said that that's something that they don't want to do, because even if, you know, you download Skynet into Total War, it's actually not fun to play against. They said it themselves. A smart AI is not actually a fun AI to face. So there's not even like a reason to do it. Not to mention a whole host of other issues getting, like, you know, a generative AI into Warhammer. It's not gonna happen. Do I support it? It depends. This is like asking if I support, I don't know. It's too general. It's too general to say if I support it or not, right? This is like, do you support money as a concept? And it's like, okay, like, yeah, there's a lot that it's done good. There's, you know, some things we can nitpick that's bad. All to say, it's far too political. And I don't think my stance on it can be stated properly because it's too nuanced without this becoming a podcast. Just prompted correctly. True. The actual solution. Kidding. In case somebody doesn't get it. Imagine having to deal with Entkite in a Warhammer campaign in every battle. They're just like dodging all of your stuff. Compass. The Wujing War Compass. Jankiest unit of the entire roster. You're paying 950 gold for 4 spells. You can get a lot more with, like, you know, Power of Darkness casters on Dark Elves. You can get a lot more with just that. Alright, I should have an opponent soon. Exciting. What's the alternative? Current brain dead AI? Well, you know, that's obviously oversimplifying. The alternative is an actual good AI that's fun to play with, you know? just put more work into it, right? There's like a whole host of ideas people could throw at the wall. It's not like there's only 2 solutions here. I would say though that the current system is better than having a generative AI of any sort. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember learning somewhere about game development. I'm pretty sure there's things that point towards you want the AI to feel pretty consistent. Like, consistency is pretty big in games, but something like a neural network is not going to be consistent. It's actually going to feel either very random or it's going to feel like way too sophisticated and it pounds you into the ground. And that's just not very fun. Not to mention the fact that the battle system in the game is inherently not fair. If people playing multiplayer can find ways to cheese, like, you know, multiplayer battles, which is basically normal campaign battles, but a more limited scope. In campaign, oh my goodness, the amount of ways the AI could cheese the player is high. So high. It would be fun though. Like, I think it would be fun as just like a bot you could face. Kind of like how they had that StarCraft bot. that was just like super good at micro, but also had some cool tactical plays. Though not the best tactical plays. I think it ended up being more of a micro bot. If you want tactics, you look at like chess and Go. Those AIs are crazy. Actually, like playing beyond human understanding. Now that's interesting. But you know, not every game needs that. In chess and Go, you can set the difficulty. I think like chess and Go is much more simple. I don't think you can make a good generative AI for Warhammer. At least I think the work to do it as a smaller stance, the work to do that would be a lot harder than the work to make a the work to make a generative AI fun to play with is definitely not worth the time. At least I can be fairly confident about saying that. Even though obviously I'm in a naive perspective. If you just look at the people who are actually paid to do this, to think about how to make the AI good in these games, they said so themselves. So unless you are more qualified than them, it's a hard sell. Yo, all right, we got Rowdy. You know, if you think you can do better, if you think you can do better, work at CA. Work at CA. Make the world what you want it to be. You think you very easily could just train it on battle replays? Just train it on battle replays. Okay, wait, hold up. Hold up, man. What you're saying, you think you can make a good AI by training it on battle replays? Bro, nah, man, nah. There's so much wrong with that, man. There's so much wrong with that. Like, did you see how the StarCraft AI turned out? It's very complicated, man. I don't even think I could state half of the things that make that a really bad idea. Like, yeah, I think you would get a cheese fest. I think you would get some really cheesy AI. You would get something that's microing super hard. I think you could probably, you know, in a domination context, let's say just a domination AI, could you get a good domination AI going? I think you could probably get something that, like, kind of plays like a human, but just has super fast reaction time. Come on, Bleak Spire. Bleak Spire Labor Camp. It's the dwarves. Very fun. But, yeah, I don't think it's a simple task. You would need a big company to do it. If they struggled to get something working well with StarCraft, I think Warhammer would also be very difficult. And then it would just become a microbot. Because honestly, at the end of the day, most of Warhammer is actually just being a microbot. Yeah. Probably you could get a decent amount of the way there, though. But would it be fun? Because just making it, like I said before, the hardest part, you can probably make an AI that's pretty decent at fighting. I don't think you can make it fun, though. outside of just being like very strong, but like it'll probably just find like a playstyle that is just super strong and you can't beat it without just like the hard countering or mirroring it. Because you can't just feed it fun matches and be like, do the fun. You can set guardrails, you know? Like, don't... Alright, man. Alright, look. I'll end the conversation soon, but I have a comp sci degree, man. I know how this stuff works. I also know enough to say that there's a whole ton I don't know. But like, I guarantee you to even make a step. To even make a step in the right direction for this, you actually can't physically explain it in a YouTube comment or on a YouTube video. It's just too much, man. World's complicated. I'll end it there. How do we beat dwarves? Artillery. We get the artillery. We get the, I don't know, do I just go full artillery? Full artillery and shooting? I feel like that's not too bad. Just blast them, right? Dwarves are pretty weak to just being shot to death. Sure, why not? Mass ranged, maybe? A little bit of cav, a little bit of anti-slayer action. Goes a long way. A little bit of capture weight peasant horseman. Magic wise, I don't really know what I should be doing. I actually don't have that much, so I'll just go a very boring kit. But yeah, this feels pretty good. Opponents ready? If I finish this game in under 15 minutes, I might be able to squeeze one more in and guarantee top 4. Should train a rat to play Total War like someone did with Doom. Yo. How many people are even playing Warhammer campaigns? How many animals would you need? What if you just hire people to be the AI? Isn't that like a thing somewhere? Isn't that like actually a thing where, or at least for a time, I don't know if this is a real story or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if, well, I don't know, just hiring a lot of people to do stuff is kind of like AI. It's like really janky AI, maybe inefficient, but it probably gets the job done. Screw all of this, you know. Hell, the energy consumption. How many hamburgers do you need to feed to these people compared to AI? What if ChatGPT is just a bunch of people on keyboards? All right, let's play this match. This day's too long. Let's see what we got. Some miners. We got the SC squad. So Commissar beat us last time. Not again. They shall not prevail against me twice. This time I am ready. This is not a very rush-centric army, so we're gonna focus on just shooting them to death. My artillery pieces here are perfect for the job. Couple miners are no big deal. And if I bring in more guns, they should just be able to keep shooting. Rangers are not a big deal. I can just shoot them to death too. But I do need to secure myself at least one of these capture points. It's 18 units, so we actually do have some stealthy boys somewhere that I gotta be a little careful of. Gonna shoot and scoot. Maybe get a little bit of a volley on that lord over there. Then actually shooting those guys to death is going to be a little difficult. See that general over there? He's taking a bit of deeps.
Fight as one.
He definitely does not appreciate the focus fire, which is nice. And there we go. Some rangers have arrived. They're just gonna go back and hide though. Nothing too crazy.
Jade crossbows.
Bring in harmony.
These guys break shields, I believe. So the focus fire is quite painful. That'll work out well for us as they bully down these little dwarves.
Never conquered.
We got these dudes over here that we gotta kill though. We have some ranged.
Warrior crossbow.
That's not the worst. I should be able to deal with them. There's no blasting charges or anything either. And my artillery will definitely hurt them pretty bad. So we're gonna make use of that. And then I'm gonna kite over here.
I shall.
We're going to hit these guys with the magics. Get them to routes. And then just keep focus firing.
Dragon guard.
My chosen
They didn't route. That's a little unfortunate. Those guys did though.
harmony.
Very nice. Okay, then we're just gonna pull back.
Marching as one.
Artillery piece is still very good. But I have no capture points. Dwarves are good at stalling. And I imagine they're gonna keep up that pace for quite some time.
Ah, the Emperor.
That's the part that we don't like very much. At least I can save some of my crossbows. Can pull these guys apart a little bit. Gotta retargets. He's doing a good job just stalling me into oblivion. But I do have some sneaky plays. Like I can get some horsemen over here to maybe steal a point.
Jade the crossbow.
That part's pretty good.
Decree. Never conquered.
You can get some pot shots over here.
Moon dragon.
That'll be nice. Maybe some pot shots over here.
Ordered ranks.
Gotta secure this point as fast as I possibly can. Very nice though. That lord's taking a lot of damage.
Seeking captain's foes.
Very good, very good. And the artillery's still doing fairly well.
Harmonious enough. Defend the rail.
I just gotta keep guiding. Okay, capture point should be mine soon. That's gonna buy me a decent amount of time. This dwarf lord is suffering pretty hard also. So I think we're doing okay here. Could be slightly better, but certainly okay. Okay, so that guy's gonna, yeah, pop his invulnerability. That's okay though.
Attacking unison.
I still have lots of ranged. And killing off those rangers should be fairly simple, actually. Let's check out some more magics. Let's go over here, collapse in on them, and just never give up that right point. If I can hold on to that for a long enough time, we're good. The shooting, though, is still very slow. But at least I have a capture point. That's the most important thing.
Bringing harmony.
Let's pull back over here. Let's pull back over here.
Of the wind.
We did kill the enemy lord.
Emperor's will.
This guy's taking forever to shut down my artillery too.
With joy. Guided by ancestors.
Though he did kill it.
Attack.
The important thing is he did kill it.
Sent by
Oh crap, I should have gone some lancers. It's okay though.
marching as one.
Okay, nice. Big route. Big route on them.
They will perish.
It's gonna be a lot of units coming in here though. And if I don't win this point, it's gonna be a little sketchy.
Ooh, that's the wind.
The kite is actually going much slower than I would have hoped for.
Move in formation.
The slayers, it feels like the slayers are everywhere, bro. Slayers are all over me.
As an horseman.
I think we're just dead. I think we got rushed.
Emperor's will.
I thought it couldn't be done, but then it was done. Brutal. Hey, big route over here though.
The dragons.
Oh man, dude, there's so many Slayer pirates.
Sound the retreat.
Okay, well let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. I might be able to clean up this little pocket.
One of your units has been destroyed.
I might be able to kill off these Slayers here. We have a few more on this side. If I can steal this point
Jade lancers.
back, maybe we'll have a chance. We did get some pretty solid value trades over here too. And I do still have crane gunners alive. Fortunately, my crowmen are not. Oh my gosh, dude, they're leashing. I hate this mechanic so much. It's gonna be nasty, but not the end of the world. It should take a little while for them to actually get this point too. I actually could have stalled it if I was a bit better. That's okay though.
Sent by dragons.
Can I get this point is the big question. Can I stall this? I don't know if I can. I think I should focus on this high ground instead. Dwarf Lord has been brought back too.
Defendant of
Very important to note. And here come the miners. Now if I can shoot them to death, we're good.
March in ordered ranks.
Crane gunners and artillery are gonna have to make a break for it.
leading the way. Repossess
I can definitely get a lot of damage. I just need to not make the same mistakes of the past.
fire in the blood.
What I did before was I
The enemy has captured one of your
screwed
victory
up.
points. Take it back.
Repositioning.
Oh my gosh, dude, the slave pirates make this so much worse. They make it so much harder to deal with all this stuff.
Praise the dragon.
Yeah, what I did was I botched my... Oh my gosh, dude, we're so dead. We're so dead.
Crossbowmen.
Marching as one.
But yeah, what I did before that was problematic was
They will perish.
I would not be good enough at focusing on one point at a time. And that caused a lot of issues.
Foe's victory point.
Oh no. So I'm gonna get this point, but he's gonna play super hard to take it back. I do have a point at a decent pace though. I do still have a lot of ranged. But I need to capture this one very soon, or this one. Without that, I think we're just doomed. Can we get the miners though? It seems like the miners are dying. That's okay, I guess. Not too many blasting charges going off, okay. So if I stall this point well enough and just make sure he barely doesn't get it, we're okay. Those are giant slayers though. Oh jeez. Okay, I can send crowmen on them. That should do.
Whatever is required.
That should be okay. And then if I swing all the way over here
Lancers.
and get yeah, all my cavalry here, then they should be able to get this far point, and then I'll have a good little bit of time to maybe squeeze out a victory. I'm a little worried about all those units over there though. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna capture these 2 points. Opponent's gonna go for this one, and that's okay, honestly, because I think it's gonna take them too long. I have another peasant horseman that can be brought in.
Defenders of Cathay.
We're definitely gonna get this point. I can definitely kill the slayers with the crowmen. And these ones actually destroyed the giant slayers pretty bad.
Move in formation.
So if I get a unit of cavalry here, maybe we'll be all right. Oh, dude. Oh no, this is gonna be too much. Dang it. Yeah, I think I spread out my Daka too much. I should have positioned far right side. The Slayer Pirates definitely... Slayer Pirate buff definitely makes dwarves actually a very formidable faction now.
My ancestors.
Because it just lets them feel that little bit more capture weight that they need to win.
Move as we.
But yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to hold this. GG, well played.
You
Oh,
have been
GG, well played.
There is only defeat.
I think we can win that, but I have to play very tight. Oh, I've also been slightly distracted today. I feel like I'm not on my game. I'll need to do a return to Cathay. So though, if I win the next game, maybe we still make top 4. Let's take a look. I am in 6th place right now, so odds unlikely. I'm gonna need a solid win. I don't even know if I find a match in time. We'll see. Shooting was not shooting went okay. I think I just needed a little bit of infantry clearing. You know what I could have done actually? I could have just gone for a standard army and it would have been okay. Just have a bunch of normal frontline dudes. But that would only really work against that one strategy. Yeah, no Harmony. No Harmony is a big DPS loss. I don't know. Map was also really bad for me. I think we would have won on a bigger flat map. But not playing to a map is my problem. What would be the best way to deal with this? I could just have Spearman for Harmony. And just play super cagey. On one point. Go for that far right point. I think that would be the best. Because that way I can kind of control 2 points at once. But yeah. It was just kind of sloppy play. Why does Cathay wash versus dwarves? I think I'm just not playing it as smartly as I should be. Cathay is obviously gonna have a bit of a harder time because all their infantry's anti-large. You only have the Jade Warriors, but they have great weapon infantry, so they don't really trade super well. I'm pretty sure though, if you just go like a standard like Jade Warrior front line with just a million crossbows behind, you're probably already in a very good spot because they're never gonna actually push through this. And then late game you save the Peasant Horsemen for capturing all the points once you get them a little bit more stressed. Yeah, Green Terracotta just gets shot. Its aura's not big enough. 55 meter, pretty garbage. But okay, what we really need is for someone in the top 5 to finish their match and then queue into me. That's what I really need. I don't know if they're gonna do it in time though. They only have 2 minutes 30 seconds. What else could I do? Actually, Jet Lines could be funny, but the double Slayer core is pretty strong. Are the Ming Dragons really not worth it? Yeah. Although Yuan Bo could maybe snipe the Slayers on foot. He's an anti-infantry specialist. I could take Yuan Bo and Felix to counter that style specifically. But yeah, unless I find a match in the next 2 minutes, it's not gonna happen. Dang it, man. Is anyone gonna finish their match in time? Oh man, now I really want to rematch that army. No. Yeah, they are really expensive. Though being able to kill those Slayer characters is actually a huge benefit here. I think a Yuan Bo could totally clear them out and stop them from being so aggressive to my range units. And then I need to stop pushing the middle point so early. I need to secure the high, like one of the flank points, and then we're good. Honestly, it is fully beatable, but only on flatter maps. I think on maps like that, the odds of winning become much harder. You would have to try something more conventional with Jade Warriors, because you're not going to get that line of sight with these guys. I wonder how blasting charges do versus these guys too. Yeah, well, we'll have to find out next week. Tomorrow I'm planning to host a tournament, but I won't be streaming. We're going to be busy tomorrow. You think you'll get early access to the Lord Pack? That's what CA typically does. So if and when they get that, I will try to show it as soon as possible. I did it! I matched against Berserker. All right. Is it enough? Is it enough to, if I win this? It might be. It might be. What map do we have? Blazing Ramparts, okay. This is a good map for us. Okay, here we go. Redemption round, Anticity style. So I have to win this. There's a lot of people in the top 4 who are facing off that could lose to each other here. Berserker doesn't have that much MMR, but a win could still knock me up. Yeah, there's a few ways we can actually make it, but it's gonna be spice. Oh man, here we go. What do they want to play? Yeah, yo, the update is gonna change this up so much. I do think you can still cook with Cathay. I'm just not a Cathay expert. You have to know the faction pretty well, I think, to get to win those kind of weird matchups. Man, dwarves cooking well though. If dwarves actually end up being a fairly strong faction, I think that'd be cool. As long as they're not like the strongest faction, but I'm sure people will be able to beat Rowdy. Skaven, Kislev, and High Elves. I'll go versus High Elves maybe. Yeah, let's do High Elves. Surely I can beat High Elves, right? Surely. I'm trying to think, what would they, if I was Berserk, what would I even bring? What would I even bring? I feel like I got some pretty cool tools here. I could try some fun shenanigans too. This one's pretty decent versus High Elves, maybe? Maybe not. The Dragon Lords for Cathay truly are just insanely expensive, aren't they? But alright, maybe yeah, maybe I try something like this. Sure. And then I have to win this if I want a shot at top 4. Beating Berserk is no easy feat, but on High Elves, I think we have an okay chance. How infantry heavy do I want to be? You think he's gonna play this like an anti-dwarf matchup? They might. And just take like a bunch of armored boys. I would like to have some jet lines, but I don't know if they want them in the main army or in reserve. They're definitely pretty good fighters. Okay, so let's try this. Let's go for... How much range do I want versus High Elves? Dude, there's so many different styles of play. Oh, this is not bad. Okay. Sure. Oh, what a weird build. Oh, man, I don't even know. I feel like I'm not a Cathay master. Oh, Naldor, you had a fever? Dang. Jeez, you just didn't want to lose your streak, you mad lad. If you lose, just blame Karab. They're easy. Oh, man. I really want to try them out more. I feel like they got potential, but the playstyle is very different from how my instincts work. I feel like I'm walking blind, which is good at least. It's teaching me how to play it. next week. Min-Max and Cathay. When's the DLC coming out? Oh boy, it'll be very exciting. The balance mod, I'll have to see how CA decides to balance multiplayer. If they don't do much balance, I'm probably just leaving the mod as is. Patch notes will be very interesting. The double moonbird terracotta sky junk build again. Double moonbird, definitely. Terracotta sky junk. It did work versus some people. They haven't balanced since 7.0. I sure hope they balance. I think we all do. Grenadiers. Yeah, ever since the buff, they've been very mid. They need to buff Corn. I think they just need to shake it up, man. They just need to make Slaanesh and Norska not the top factions. Maybe kick Beastmen down a little bit too. But alright, here we go. We got Kringanas.
Jade warriors.
Very, very normal build. Except for this guy. Yuan Bo. I'm bringing some sniping, because why not? Maybe you can get some work done. We got some very elite halberds in the back here. Ready? Good luck. Have fun. Fingers crossed. They cook super hard. Right now, I am pretty far down, but if I can actually get to 25... If I can get plus 26 MMR, we actually do go up to first. And if Azek doesn't win, and Rowdy beats them, the odds are mild. I might end up with a 5th place, though. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Buff Wrathmongers again. As long as they're not so fast that you can't run away from them, I think it's fine. You're the only one that doesn't mind Beastmen being meta. They're like, Beastmen are definitely the most mild of the bunch. They are fairly easily countered if you know what you're doing. And the more meta they become, the more people will understand how to beat Beastmen.
Stone and steel.
Now, unfortunately, Berserk did not win a lot of their games. So we're going to be down queuing into them. That means I might not get enough MMR here.
I will not tell you.
You gonna get some shots off? Hell yeah, a couple shots. He dodges them though. What a mad lad. There's also a Lithanar. A little scary. He's plonking away at my infantry. Is that a quad Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower build? Is that a quad Eagle Claw build? What is this? What is this even? Alright. Well, this will be interesting. I don't think a Lithanar can get that much work done. Quad Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, though. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna get my counter battery artillery going. I'm gonna shoot up a Lithanar just a little bit. It's a 12-unit army. I think that's fairly manageable. Here we go. Let's see how my artillery does. I think he's gonna dodge that, so let's not. And this guy's just gonna play it safe. Yeah, if the Lithanar is dodging, he won't be able to land as many shots, I don't think. Let's pull these guys back. Okay, what's buffing up the range of those guys, though? 138, 400. Oh yeah, this is not a Hell Blast. It's not a Hellstorm rocket battery. So this thing actually can't do much here. Yeah, elves do actually have some pretty decent artillery shenanigans. Gotta be a little careful. It's not the end of the world, though.
You faithful.
I think we still have some teeth. Just gonna bring in some cav over here. Artillery's blasting away.
Crane gunners.
And we did manage to jump a Lithanar. That's not the fake one. It's the real Lithanar.
Harmonious. Rock.
Let's see what we can get done. Oh, he's fast. Lithanar is fast. Okay. Let's pull back with these guys. We're gonna have some silver helms in the backfield. Not the end of the world. And we do have the capture point. So the question is, now what? Is he gonna commit? You gonna commit to these guys? All this for a little bit of for a few range units? Can I just push them? Maybe I can just push the artillery pieces. Ah, crap, they're out of range. Whoops. Well, they're gonna brace for that charge, and we'll see how that goes. Halberds are slightly out of position. He's jumped my cavalry. Did a better job than me, but my artillery got one last mega hit on his face, so I think it's not too bad. He's probably gonna lose a lot of his skirmishers now. That's pretty good. Okay, it ain't too bad. If I can shut down the artillery, I'm happy. And these armored infantry here are kind of perfect for it. Harmony's still going too.
Marching as
Come on,
one.
remount the artillery.
March
Yes.
on the dragon.
Yes. Very nice. Try and save these guys. Lithanar will just slowly run down. He's kind of fast though. Very annoying. But I think we can get it done. And the big cav commitment doesn't go as well for my opponent as I think he would have hoped for. We got pretty decent work done here. Let's get, yeah. Get these guys jumped. We've killed off most of the skirmishers. My artillery's still alive, and my guns are still alive. I'd say that's actually fairly good for me then. In fact, he's forced to desummon some of his artillery. Very big for us. I'm gonna see if I can... No, I can't Shems that. I can give these guys some resistances though. And you gotta remember, we still have that double cap. Artillery piece gets a pretty massive hit there. And we're gonna be able to surround yet more cavalry. This is not too bad. Value trading is slightly in my favor, and I still have the guns. Sick. Okay, I think we have a chance. It is not a crazy chance, but it is a chance. I do worry about those Oceanids though, that are beelining my position. We'll see how good Shem's gaze is against them. Wow, that was sad. All right. Cavalry's coming in on my artillery piece. Not much I can do there, though. I should be able to at least secure this point. Oceanids I'll have to play keep away from. That's not a pretty situation at all. Okay, big rout over there though. And I think my cav, it's their turn to come in and start causing issues. The Harmony's doing great too. Oh, did I lose all the artillery pieces? I think I did. Well, it's a little embarrassing. That's fine though. I think we'll be okay. Look at these guys. We'll just give them some resistances. Keep them alive. We have halberds for the Oceanids too. We're going to be able to capture yet another point. Very nice. And these cav sacrifices, they have to be not worth it eventually, right? Hopefully, hopefully. There we go. So we do maintain the double cap. And I do have some of my range units rallying. Okay. I think if I can just get the Harmony going here, we're fine. A very weird setup we have, though. Two very unconventional builds against each other. But I think we still have the lead. I'm feeling pretty comfortable overall. Like I should be able to. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, there's no way I'm pushing into this. I gotta be a little careful. Is that a slow? I think he chucked out a slow on me. Not done quite yet. Not done quite yet. Though I should be able to shut down the ranged at least. That'll be pretty nice. I can get more crowmen. Just keep bullying the ranged. Cavalry's gonna live. We'll have harmony. Crap, he got a good charge on my crowmen. It's a little unfortunate. I think we're still okay. We'll say his micro's good. Oh, I caught my guns. Whoopsies. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, but I got crowmen in. Are they good versus oceanids though? I doubt. I doubt. Can we bully a Lithanar though? If we can keep the trading relatively even, maybe. Oh crap, I'm gonna need more crows for harmony. I can't afford to have these guys route off from lack of harmony. That's just too much. There we go. Okay, it's still stable. Still stable. Let's keep these guys alive. The fight continues. Let's get a big shot over here. Triple cap is kind of nice, but we definitely still have quite the tussle to go. Hopefully this Shems is just godly. I feel like my infantry's so slow though, man. My infantry feel positively useless in the face of all these elves. They just can't seem to get to where they want to be. Hey, this is nice though. Got a pretty solid charge over there. We finally shut down the ranged, and I still have that double cap. Didn't manage to catch out those skirmishers, but honestly, they can't do that much right now anyways. As long as I keep these birds alive for the harmony, we're good. And if Yuan Bo stays on foot, that's how we'll do it. Just keep them on foot, really. I can get a jet line. I don't know if that's worth it right now, though. I think I might want more birds, actually. Sure, why not? Get more birds! Yuan Bo's doing pretty good for himself. And if I kill a Lithanar, that's huge. I don't know if that's gonna happen, though. Look at him, he's... he's gonna keep pulling my peasant horsemen over. We're gonna kill a Lithanar, though. He's low. He doesn't like it too much. Okay, maybe this is a good opportunity for the birds to get in. Charge the silver helms, right? We'll just give this bird unit a little bit of a buff, a little bit of love. Even got a little bit of damage on a Lithanar. You'll love to see it. And while he may try to rout me, it's hopefully not gonna kill me. Birds are not doing great though. Now I might be able to kill a Lithanar if I'm lucky. But now I'm starting to down trade, and I don't like that very much. What I can do though... This is a wild play, but he doesn't have a lot here to actually shut that down. It's a non-zero chance we actually get some work done here with that. Lithanar might be able to escape though. But here, the idea is the artillery piece just out-trades all of his boys. I'm like rapidly running out of units though. Oh man, I think we're just gonna run out of units. No! Yeah, artillery piece can't do anything. I had no more cavalry to summon in, man. Ah, dude, Cathay's a late game. Cathay's a late game, bro. I wonder, how do I do it? Well, I'm gonna get a pretty big hit on a Lithanar. I might as well see what I can get done with this artillery piece. But, oh my gosh, guy won't die. The Lithanar won't die, bro. I still have this point, though. He's gonna make it out. I can't believe it. Dang it, man. I got beat by one ocean. I feel like the one ocean had just doomed my entire existence. All right, maybe he keeps blobbing up. Maybe he's just a very nice, polite person. He's just gonna let me farm all the value here. It wasn't played perfectly. I stood my ground against him in the early game. I think I probably shouldn't have pushed over here. But, yeah. Alithanar even rallies. What a guy. GG, well played.
You have been best.
GG, well played. Oh, man. This faction's so much harder to play than every other faction, I swear. Berserk played it well. He had some good cavalry backfield diving me. And it stopped my crane gunners from getting value. Going for the quad bolt thrower was pretty wild. I could have tried the rush. Oh man, it always feels like it's winnable though. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I don't even think Berserk is gonna make it. I think if I beat Berserk, we actually we could have gone to top 4, but man, those Oceanids are so hard to kill. The bolt throwers are actually pretty good for winning that ranged fight. Most of my infantry didn't cook super hard. It makes me almost just want to go for the Cav Max Rush Cathay build more often. Oh, man. How do I make this work? Fire Rain Rocket Battery did great. Yuanbo was okay. He's actually not that fast. He was not hunting a Lithanar very effectively. Dangler, you actually almost made it to top 4. Kind of wild. I think some matchups and some maps make it really rough for Cathay. I still don't think it's impossible to win it. But the faction definitely struggles capturing points. If you have any faction that can deal with your peasant horsemen and shove them off, then you're not really going to capture points that way. If I like really honed my Cathay skills, though, I think we could get it done. See why you got burnt out maining Cathay? I still think it's possible though. But yeah, they're not. I did not really feel like I was gonna do well on the artillery fight. Maybe if I had grand cannons in reserve. The thing is though, the moment you take more than 3 artillery, your ability to capture the points just goes to 0. Move Burning Head. You can use the cooldown increase spells so that they can't Burning Head you for 15 seconds. Oh man, very sketchy faction. Well, top 4 is here. Football spec slot, please. We still have some games to spectate at least. Let's do it. You have to return to the meme builds. Actually, some of the meme rush builds are really good. Some of my best successes is with Cav Max Cathay. So basically you just like do this. And then you get like the double jet lion now. Instead of the crowman. I could actually see that doing not terribly. Not versus dwarves though. I really gotta like sit down and think about the builds and what people are gonna bring. Is this dwarves versus Tzeentch, by the way? Yo, I feel like Commissar's been really liking their Mantide builds lately. I wonder if they're gonna stick with it or if they got mix-ups. The first time Cav Max Cathay worked and then never again. It's definitely a very counterable build. You just need something that can not immediately die to a Cav Max. And then if they're not Cav Maxing, then you go for the usual Cathay counters. There has to be a solution. There must be. Gold Chevron Halberds. Druchii Cav Max. I lost playing Wood Elves into Druchii Cav Max. It was actually pretty decent. Do I still need to do a Dark Elf tryharding? I need to like win a Cathay tryharding though, before I can feel satisfied. You know, imagine the Tigers are just like not good enough infantry. Cathay sent into the pits. Oh boy, Commissar's already ready. I would guess. I think they're gonna main tide again. I think Commissar's super in love with the main tide into Slayer Pirate late game. Slayer Pirates just being that little bit cheaper seems to be helping them get enough capture weight on the points. How come you never play Wood Elves no more? Because I already play them a lot in the big tournaments. We're playing the weaker factions. And because it's 24 factions, it means it takes me at least 5 weeks to make a full cycle. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so it's not that heavy on the miners or the heroes. Opting for Doom Seekers instead. This will be interesting. Let's see if Opal Bear has the deeps to beat this. Vampire Coast with Queen Bess. I wish Queen Bess was a little better, but takes too much time to get the value back if your opponent is dodging. Most of mine should be. Let's take a look. So we got Village the Curseling. I guess to duel other dwarf characters. Kind of a weird pick though. Infernal Gateway, Twist Twin. That's it. Just a very cheap village to nuke a couple dwarf units. Dwarf side also very simple. We got a Demon Slayer. Got the Glorious Death to keep all the Slayers living a very long amount of time. Some Slayer Pirates, which are being used a lot. The question is though, are dwarves gonna be too strong? Has the faction become too broken with cheaper Slayer Pirates? It's only a 50 gold difference, but dwarves live by the capture points. Glorious Death for Black Orcs. I feel like, man, if they buff Grimgore, that'd be sick. All right, let's see. What are we looking at? The dwarves, they push up. First capture point being tackled. A fast point too. The Dwarven Vanguard is nasty. Commissar knows that they gotta play for the capture points to actually force a fight. Given enough time, any faction can just slow burn the dwarves to death. And this puts pressure. It's like the vampire counts. Another Slayer Pirate gets summoned in. Interesting. We got some Forsaken coming in. Slowfoot Lords are just untenable. We'll see. Dwarves might have some teeth. We'll see. I think honestly my dwarf play could be a bit better, but they're certainly a lot harder to face nowadays.
From the foe.
Got some Marauder Chariots on the flanks. But how aggressive is Commissar gonna play? going full aggro can just lead to a full army wipe, and then you lose all the points. You have to be careful that that doesn't happen. Looks like Tzeentch is actually giving up a lot of space too. And this is a smart measure. Keeps you ready for the value trading. But I do wonder if the dwarves just severely uptrade into this. There are Chaos Warriors. There's Forsaken. All of these guys are fairly good versus Slayer Pirates. They have pretty okay armor-piercing shots, but not enough to deal with this much armor, I don't think. We'll see, though. Look at them go. Many pot shots on the Forsaken. We're going to see them charge into the Slayers. They should do well versus the Slayers. Some smart play, though. Disengaging, going for the charge. Yeah, he notices that they were charging the Slayer Pirates. So that lets the Slayers get a good amount of damage. The fight is on. And the value is fairly even so far. Interestingly enough, these Forsaken got ground up pretty bad, though. The Slayers and Slayer Pirates combined make a fairly strong combination. Doomseekers are doing pretty well versus the Chaos Warriors over here. And we're going to see some routing of the miners. Fairly good play on the Tzeentch side, being able to clear up this little middle line, but fairly good play on the Dwarf side, killing off 2 Forsaken. In theory, those Forsaken shouldn't have died. They shouldn't have taken a fight that was that bad for them. But Tzeentch is still pretty chunky. We're going to see a massive spell dropped over here. I don't know why, though. This is actually really bad. Full deletion of their own Forsaken to hit the Brotherhood of Grimnir. Maybe a couple Slayers, but that was actually pretty brutal. Village only got 300 gold off of that, and he killed his own Forsaken. I think that was actually just a straight up down trade and a loss of magic. A little rough for a start, but we're going to see a bit of value again made back up. Furies on Rangers is a perfect fight for Tzeentch. A couple Forsaken are chasing off Slayers. Speed-wise, you're looking at Slayers being just a little bit faster than the Forsaken. So I'd say this is an okay position for both players. I don't know which side I'd rather be on here, because I don't know if the Dwarves have enough to carry out the clean victory. I think they might, though. It really depends on how well these Slayers do versus the Chosen and the Spawn. Chosen got 60 melee defense. Giant Slayers will have a hard time actually landing hits, even though they have armor piercing. And the Chosen will also do a lot of damage back. Pretty nasty. Tzeentch is doomed. They are slightly down trading, which I would be worried about. I think this is going to entirely depend on how good the Chosen are. You think they'll do it? So far, they've already lost a third of their HP to the Giant Slayers. Honestly, Dwarves with just 1 million Slayers seems like an absolute menace right now. Gonna see some Centaurs charging in. They get a little bit of poke. Another little charge over here. It's a decent amount of damage. Centaurs are pretty nasty, but all these guys are unbreakable. They have the thing where they get a free hit when they die. Not sure. But, I think Tzeentch can still pull it back. Look at the actual amount of Slayers we have here, right? This fight's going pretty well. Value trading is down for sure, but they're gonna have some tricksy magic. And they have a lot of units that can get a lot of value back. So if these guys double back and kill off these Rangers, and this Ranger gets murdered, you're really looking at just a small pocket of strength. And then some beat up miners. Though there is a lot of money in the bank for the Dwarves. I wonder if that's intentional, or if we're just going to see a unit summon right away. Yeah, another loss of magic too, casting down miners. Very inefficient, but this is good. The free Ranger picks is definitely a big value play. Over here, we're going to have some, some Slayers being finished off. And another Fury unit here. They see the Doomseekers and they're like, maybe I don't want to land. Maybe that's a bad idea. So they dip. Zongor is going to be nasty though. But look at that. The glorious death cannot die. They do not want to die to some simple Zongors. That's actually a lot of Slayers we're looking at here that are able to get a ton more free hits because of that. Solid play from the dwarves. Village is kind of getting murdered, by the way. Doomseekers are kind of messing him up real bad. He needs saving. Some Forsaken gets summoned in. We'll see if that's enough. Meanwhile, over here, the spawn are actually all dead. I guess that kind of makes sense. And I think the dwarves is just going to straight up win this, man. Dude, look at that. It's a total massacre. Chariots move on in. But, yeah, it's just no more Tzeentch, bro. There's just no more Tzeentch. Had a good first turn. Yeah, hell yeah. Happy to hear. Forsaken versus Doomseekers can be pretty sus, yeah. Look at them. Spin to win. Big grind on the Forsaken. Though, I think they still win this quite handily. Doing pretty well for themselves. Only losing a bit of shields. But once your charge wears off, it's going to be a little bit more sketchy. I'm honestly kind of worried for Tzeentch, though. Now it's starting to look really bad. Because they're running into ticket pressure. They're going to have to fight. Gonna see a very light charge over here onto the miners. It's gonna be okay. Minute route. The Terrorgeist for vampire counts is still 2,000 instead of 800. Yeah, I heard about that. I'll get it checked out. I'll have it checked out. But alright, back to the battle. Slayer still barely alive. Gonna get a nice charge here from the Zongors, though. We'll probably be able to clean up. But can Tzeentch actually come back? I think the odds are very low. There's just not enough Slayer killing power here. Pink Fire is the play versus Slayers. I think it's okay. Spell resist and loose formation will make it a little less effective. Someone's got to figure out a solution. These Doomseekers chopped up those Forsaken pretty bad too, by the way. But Tzeentch will be getting their first point at 1,100-ish tickets. That is an okay pace, but how quickly can they possibly clear off the rest of this? Well, maybe to kill the Lord. A little bit of bullying going on. Chariot knocked him over. Right on his face. But only now did they get the point. Typically, you'd want to get your second point by the 1,200 mark. So I'd say this is looking a little bit sketchy. I don't think this guy's even going to die by the end of the battle. We'll see a few spawn charging in on the Doomseekers. Blues have finally arrived. But their DPS is a little too late. You can see how much they do, though. I feel like Blues would have been way better early on. But they came just a little too late. There's even a bit of a Giant Slayer surround on Village, too. It's actually getting worked on, man. It's kind of wild. Are we going to see a Dwarf victory? Oh my gosh, Village routes. Bro, that's crazy. Commissar with the Mega Dwarf plays. Well, we have some Forsaken, not Zongors. Yeah, nah, this is super over. This is super duper over. Slayer Pirates were used pretty heavily here, too. We got to keep them on Are They OP watch. It would be pretty funny if Slayer Pirates minus 50 gold is what makes people say dwarves are OP. But GG. There we go. The battle is done. I think Commissar is very good at playing dwarves. I don't know if they're strong versus like the filthy factions, but it seems like they're very good versus a lot of factions. Starts with 2 Slayer Pirates. He hasn't maxed out. They haven't maxed out on Slayer Pirates. They're also not getting insane value. I think it's just solid dwarf play. Obviously Tzeentch here, no screamers. This is very close to vanilla. Ah. Interesting. Well, GG. Stay in lobby for finals. And they're going to be facing their opponents. Let's take a look, see. Chosen did okay. Spawn did okay. Spawn versus the Slayer Tide, though, is rough. How'd the Rangers do? I feel like the Rangers, every time they get summoned in, they don't do much. I wonder if it'd be better to just replace them with Slayer Pirates. Seems like a really tricksy build to deal with, though. That's a lot of Slayers. Doomseeker value. One of them was okay. The other two pretty high. Though there was some resummoning going. I think these guys weren't resummoned. Doomseekers were pretty cool. So there's just like a mix of different stuff that counters different things. It's kind of nifty. I like it. Didn't even go heavy on the minor blasting charges. A lot of people do. But essentially the build is just, yeah, you just capture the points and then you just fight with Slayers. It's funny because you usually don't see Slayers even upgrade most of the time. We'll do an early access multiplayer stream for Tides of Torment. Like for Tides of Torment? I should. That's the hope. Alright, last match on Hashut's Oriole Fields. This is about as bad for dwarves as it gets. Up against Flower QQ or Bird. We'll send them the codes, and we'll see if the dwarves shall reign supreme. Honestly, Commissar seems to be doing pretty well lately. I think there's a good chance they win this. I think Bird and Flower are pretty good, but I don't know if they. It depends. Depends on their factions. Let's take a look. Flower QQ is playing Dark Elves. I think Dark Elves have a good matchup versus dwarves, even if Slayer Pirates are a little cheaper. Their infantry are definitely well suited to killing Slayers. And they got their silver shielded crossbows, which is really massive. They're fast. Unlike humans, they can keep away from the Slayers. Bird, on the other hand, gets the counterpick. The counterpicker has so many different options. You get to pick your favorite faction to beat dwarves. So I feel like it's an uphill battle for Commissar, but I'm so ready for them to just annihilate. I'm learning a lot. I get to learn a strange dwarf playstyle. I did have a dwarf day where we focused pretty hard on the guns, but copying their dwarves, especially if people are not ready for it. Though, like, I get the feeling that it feels to me like a puzzle box type of situation. Like, it's a play style that I think once you understand how to pick it apart, you're fine. Maybe even just a normal raw, like, you know, I feel like a mixed army composition actually is super good versus them. Just have some infantry, have some infantry, have some ranged, and then you kind of set. You do definitely need to capture the points early on, though, without a good vanguard. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe I've just been playing the wrong factions. I wonder how I would do Slaanesh versus this. Funnily enough, Mass Slayers can be scary versus Slaanesh too. You don't know how to play Lizardmen against Dowie? As Dowie? Oh. Have you tried starting with 5 miners and some Slayers? Who knows, man? Who knows anymore? Just go super hard on the Slayers. It could cook. Alright, nice. The Terrorgeist issue should be fixed in a bit. Now, I would love to see dwarves versus, like... I would love to see dwarves in a conventionally bad matchup for them. Like, give them Beastmen or something, you know? You still have to deal with the Slayers, but... They should, in my head, they shouldn't be that hard to deal with. What if you just go raw Mantide v Mantide? Tzeentch kind of just tried to fight them in normal melee, and they lost to Doomseekers. We await their opponent. So looks like we got a lot of replays in. Should be fun. We'll see who we can get the DLCs to. If Commissar wins this, by the way, this would be their second win. At some point, we'll host that grand finals. I'm thinking, because the DLC's coming out soon, I could just do like a really small grand finals. Just do like a top 4. Winner gets like $100 or something. And then that way, we'll have that done and ready for the new meta. Or we let the season play out. We shall see. By the way, another small prize, because I've been thinking about how we do the balance patches. It'd be pretty nice where, like, we get suggestions from everyone who qualifies on units they feel could be price adjusted. Then we go over on stream with chat with you guys and figure out what would be the most exciting to see in terms of changes. That way we get a bit of input from the players, a bit of input from me, and a bit of input from you guys. For what will hopefully lead to the most exciting games. Fingers crossed. Awesome tourney, by the way, thank you. First time playing and you had tons of fun. Nice. I'm really hoping the new player matchmaking works well enough. I think it is though. You're not like if you sign up as a new player, you're almost guaranteed you will not face me. You know, you'll face no one that is trying to qualify for top 4. And we get a pretty even spread of people going either new player, mid-tier, or qualifier. Had to get used to it, but was fine. Nice. Very nice. It works. Yo, I'm actually, I would love to try out Slaanesh later. It would be pretty sick. Get Slaanesh in, even with the nerfs. Do you guys think they'll still be good? I think Slaanesh with nerfs is still very strong. But, yeah. I'll have to actually play it out. Forsaken and Slongor nerf, though. That's pretty hefty. Norska, though. The Bearman nerfs, I think, change it up a lot. Norska's still probably decently strong, but spamming Marauders instead of Bearmen is a pretty big downgrade in a lot of matchups. Chimera nerf? Dude, the Chimera nerf. Blessed be. You're down 400 gold if you run 2 Chimeras. So that's a whole unit of light cavalry, basically. Which is impactful enough to make people not want to just spam them 24/7. Even when you have a DLC on the line. You played Slaanesh at noob level and they seemed good. Just replace Forsaken with Demonets or Warriors. A lot of people do run Warriors of Chaos on Slaanesh, but generally those aren't nearly as effective. It's still good though. Slaanesh definitely still has teeth. They just can't run your face over with 2 units of infantry, right? Buff to Daniel's extended roster. I'm probably going to stay away from extended roster for a little bit. Probably for a little bit. Still waiting for that other match to finish, by the way. Taking its time. This match, the match versus Tzeentch was so fast. It was just, it's a very straightforward win for the dwarves. At some point, though, people should be able to figure out something, right? Because if dwarves can win this, it implies they can win normal tournaments too. Unless it's the Slaanesh and Norska holding them back. Maybe I just revisit dwarves. Just do a Commissar dwarf style. That is one of the best ways to learn how to beat a strategy, by the way. You have to throw away your pride, toss it in the bin, and say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I hate. And most of the time you'll realize that it's actually not as easy as you thought. So we'll see. Or maybe it is easy. Then we get the power trip. Get 1,000,000 dwarf wins. You want Lava Spider and Armored Squigs? I would love to, but that is more balancing than a single man can do. Until I become an expert at balancing, like, I need the community to be like, man, Antici's so good at balancing the game, before I can start adding entire units to rosters. We gotta build that repertoire. Lizardman Blessed Unit Cap to 1. Yeah. It's like adding like 10 regiments of renown to the faction. I think it would be really exciting, but first things first, we need to get all the unused units a little bit more viable. First and foremost, I think once we have that set up, I'll feel a lot better. I am excited, by the way, to have a little bit of time off tomorrow. This week has been a lot, man. It's been a lot. I need some R&R. And then next week we'll be ready and rearing to go. Ready to show off, hopefully, some cool lion shenanigans. Wait, lava skirmish spiders to counter gyros? How did they do that? Did they have like armor piercing? I swear there was a second armor piercing skirmisher for greenskins. Our AP skirmishers are crazy though. At least 361s. The reason the Dark Elf skirmisher is not so crazy is because they can't move and shoot. But like Way Watchers are really good, Scourge Runners are really good. Sky Lantern. Sky Lantern buff. Imagine a Sky Lantern meta. Be cool if it had like all the magistrate abilities, so you can just like buff up your units. It's like a super ability heavy support unit. But I don't know if CA will do the buffs right. It'd be cool if it had like a plus 50 leadership for 10 seconds. Just make a unit unbreakable for just a little bit. ITP to hammers and iron breakers. Only if you give ITP to only if you give ITP to Chosen. Chosen need it real bad, man. All right, here we go. Grand finals. The players, they be facing off. Who's gonna get her done? It's on oil fields. Hatchet's oil fields. We got the dwarves on one end. And on the other end, well, Flower won. And Flower is playing Dark Elves. Ooh, from ODM. Wait a second, that's my clan. Hell yeah. Oh, this will be interesting. Personally, I think the dwarves are good. They're not beat Dark Elves good now. Unless the Slayer Pirates completely change things up. I think Flower should be able to do it. There's a lot that messes up dwarves. Unless Commissar goes a completely different style. Commissar definitely has mix-ups. All dwarf mains do, man. They all do. Yeah. I would expect Dark Shards and maybe the dwarves go for artillery here. This map is pretty good for artillery. I don't take Commissar for an artillery player, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I think main tiding it like they have been is a bad idea. Dark Elves is just too good at kite. Witch Elves are going to be nasty, though. Witch Elves, Sisters of Slaughter. Dark Elves can beat Dwarves in a melee grind, even if they have Doomseekers. When it comes to high DPS infantry, it's just whoever gets a charge. So your Doomseeker charges one unit, they get countercharged, and then they die. So there's just a lot of outmaneuvering there. Hell, I think Dark Elves could just go full melee and win it. Of course, there's counters. You could have some blasting charges mess them up. Commissar has not been going hard on the blasting charges. You could see some Medusa action. Flower did take double Medusa, which is just strong. It's just kind of strong. Oh, I think Commissar's ready. Is that a Malachi build? Yo, the Bane of shenanigans. A rogue Malachi could be insane. Get that ranged boost, just blast them. Dwarven artillery can definitely cover both points on this map. What will we see? If I had to put money down, if I was playing as Commissar, I would do some artillery Malachi shenanigans. If I was Dark Elves, I would infantry rush. Flower's sticking the time though, they thinking. Why is artillery not used as much on a higher level? Yeah, because of dodging. So you know when you play multiplayer on Legendary and the AI dodges all your artillery shots? Imagine that in multiplayer. But they're also rushing you down a lot faster than the AI. That's kind of the problem. Sunmaker is a little different because it gets damage out very quickly. But yeah, just the threat of being rushed is very risky. You do see artillery though, if you feel like you're not going to be rushed. It's not, you know, people don't avoid it entirely. It's just not nearly as popular. I would say artillery is okay. It's very, very all right. It is good at making your opponent attack you, and it only gets value if they decide not to. Man, Flower's really thinking though. High stakes, so we have a prize on the line. Watch him just go like Cav max and Commissar go Slayer max, and then it's over. Then it's instantly over. I do think the Dwarven late game can be terrifying. It can definitely be terrifying. Next April Fools, you want to go ham making units with messed up stats and abilities? Probably not for a tournament. The important thing about April Fools is that not everyone celebrates April Fools. You don't want to just make it a sucky day for people that just want to have a normal day. Especially with all of us having jobs. Especially with all you guys having jobs. Sometimes you just want to sit back, relax, and just have a normal day when you come home. I think it would be funny though to have like kind of a one-off for fun tournament. But when I have the time and energy. Why don't we do a randomized stat line tournament? Just randomize all the stats and just let the players figure out what's the strongest. Oh boy, they ready. They ready. Tried to use some Doom Divers. They nearly paid for themselves, but shut down by bats pretty quick. Yeah, and you gotta remember too, right? If an artillery piece pays for itself, but only 10 minutes in, that means it was a deficit to your gold up until that point. Because it doesn't give you much tactical advantage. Outside of maybe a leadership debuff. Unlike a unit of infantry, who can pay for themselves and block for your archers. It's a little sketchy. Now, as expected, we do have a lot of artillery. This is actually a very ranged heavy build from the dwarves. Triple grudge thrower, bugmans, 2 bugmans, 4 rangers, 2 thunderers, and then double thane lord. So yeah, this is very hardcore on the ranged. Dark elves, similar. Lot of ranged, even a lot of heroes too. We see double Keen Knight Assassin. Got a Dark Rider here and 2 Bloodrack Medusa. Also very kite heavy. But without cannons, dwarves can't easily deal with the Medusas. Realistically, it's only the Thunderers that can maybe get a pot shot on them, but look at the range. 145 on them. It's going to be 125 on the Medusa. What they can do is they can do a little spin, dodge the first Thunderer volley, and they shoot almost immediately. So if microed correctly, it can be pretty scary. I'd be worried if I was a dwarf player. In fact, I slightly favor the dark elf player, but it's very easy to accidentally misplay. Maybe you push too far, your units die to the artillery pieces. But with the assistance of the assassins capturing this point and the units securing this one, I think they're in a great position. We've got some purple sun. Let's see it. Yeah, randomizing all the units is a lot of work. I'm fully aware. All right, come on. Let's go. We're gonna have to do the thing where like I gotta make sure they don't stream snipe each other, so I just like do this. Just look at the lava. The lava texture's too big, by the way. You seen this? It's like way too big. A unit of infantry is like right like this big. This lava is massive. Look at that lava fall. Have anything going on over here? Is this like another Hashut's oil fields? Dang it! I was hoping they like had a copy of the map over here. Oh, one of them readied up. We're zooming back. Hey, we got some weird mountains over there. And it begins. We're back. They didn't move their armies. And the Thanes march forwards. Assassins will beat them to the punch, though. We're gonna have some Dark Riders. Now, how good is the dodging? Let's take a look at Flower's capabilities. Oh, pretty big hits. Very hard to dodge, though, but man, those Dark Riders overextended. That's pretty bad. Gets a solid amount of gold value for the dwarves. And they'll only stall for a couple tickets. Not exactly a super value trade. Assassins going in for the Thanes. Do they win, though? 70 melee attack, 42. 70, 42 versus 50, 55, but it's a 3v1. I think the Thanes win. Assassins with Web of Shadows. Does Web of Shadows even do damage to SEs? Strong versus single combatant. Okay, so it should. And one of the assassins got poked. Right now, dwarves in the very slight lead. Medusa shot did 100 damage. Honestly, pretty mild all around. If I was the dwarves, I'd be feeling good about this. I'm surprised this point isn't being held by the assassins, but I guess he feels maybe the bleak swords can do it. These three guys will definitely capture the point quickly, though. You don't want to give it up for free. Yeah, maybe get some assassin poking, but they're blocking. Maybe not that bolt. Just took it. Just took it to the side. Okay, yeah, and here's the infantry now. This is 9 capture weight. So you only need 2 units of infantry to stop them. Dark shards are here. A little bit of chip damage. And now we get to see how good is the Thane Lord combo. Over here, we're seeing a big play. Big cav charges on the Bugmans, but they are not anti-large, but charge resistant versus large. That makes them fairly good versus cavalry. And a little bit of a debate. Surprise! Grim Delvers have arrived, and that's goodbye to these Dark Riders. They're definitely dead. The Rangers will survive. Over here, Rangers did pretty well. Lots of support, but oh, big Medusa hit. I'd say I don't like the Dark Elf trading that much, but the Medusa can still pull it back. That damage is insane on this lady. And over here, the dwarves, they're fighting the K-Knight assassins. They do a lot of damage, though. You gotta be really careful. They're also beating up the bleak swords. I don't know if the assassins actually win this without their lord debuffs. But the Medusa micro goes hard. If you perfectly micro your Medusas, they'll barely take any damage from ranged. That's what makes them so good. Shot from behind the little thingy there. And that's gonna rout off the Bugmans, probably. Or do they hold? They do! Bugmans are ITP. They're pretty good at holding. Is this cover? Is this actually cover? You can see some arrows actually hit it. It's actually low cover. So Medusa's playing, oh crap, I forgot the game. The Alien game. You guys know it. Pretty nice, but she's gonna be retreating now. not too much more to do in this area anyways. And there they go. Armor Cooks Assassins. They don't have AP? Yo, that's wild. Is there a ranged attack AP? It's not. Among Us. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look. How's this gonna go though? Dwarves are spread very wide, which I think is gonna be bad for them. Thanes are living pretty well. The dwarves will be able to capture this point, but probably not enough. XCOM, thank you. Jeez. I don't think this is gonna be enough. What are these? Cold One chariots. I don't like them very much, but they're not that bad. They have better chariot stats, and here they go. Boom. A little bit of deeps. Nothing too crazy. Chariots, this is not the meta for them. But hey, disruption-wise, it's still good. I'm just a little worried that these rangers here are just gonna cook them. Little hero squad too is tanking a lot for their price. I'm not so confident about the Dark Elves. A lot of the range units are taking damage, but they still have a lot of time. They can turn this into a value lead. I just get the feeling that we're going to see a million Slayers in a bit. The late game Slayers crush it, but so do the Medusas. And a nice little web of shadows too. He's going to need to stay in range if he wants these guys to take damage. Oh, misplay from Flower. I don't know if they're going to be efficient enough. That's a good purple sun, though. Really big purple sun. Look at that. Very solid damage. Slugs even walk into it. I know your magic resistance, but geez. So far, not bad. Is that another web of shadows? I think they both use a web of shadows now. The Lord Hero squad is still alive, but they're a little beat up now. I'd be a little worried for them. Dark Elves still have a lot of time. And yeah, there's the infantry. So Witch Elves, Bleak Swords, all very good versus Dwarven infantry. We still have quite a few Dark Shards. But are the Grudge Throwers just going to keep pummeling? Right now, they've been doing some work. 665 value over there, 600 value over here. Only 150 on this one. This one's been getting a lot less. But the guns, man, the guns are just holding it down. I personally would just ignore these guys. Just get the point captured. Because there's no way you're encroaching on this position, right? Not with this army. You definitely need a big rush as the Dark Elves. I feel like, yeah, to push into this. But man, that's a lot of ranged. Point is still captured, by the way. Dark Elves do need to secure this fairly soon. Either that or they're going to need to uptrade. Medusas are doing their best, but the Thunderers hold. Another Medusa shot. Ba-boom. There it is. I will say the Medusas are terrifying. One of the strongest options here. What's going on here, though? Is it standing in a line? Hello. Gets one attack on the Dwarf Lord. Actually lands it. Gets a bit of damage. But yeah, Dark Elves, I'm a little worried. You also have a miner over here, just chilling. Are they gonna get the blasting charge volley off? They do. Ooh, Cold One chariots did not like that. -2 leadership. Back to 1. 0. I think they're gonna rout. Brutal. But this Bleak Sword. Okay, not a big deal then. In fact, the Cold One chariot tanked for the Bleak Sword, so I guess that's dub. How about the hero fight? Still holding the point. I'm a little worried for the Dark Elves, man. They got their passive triggered. They have about a minute of it left. It's gonna be good, you know, the assassins will get their vigor back, but until these heroes die, I'm not gonna feel very comfortable. Bleak Swords are in, so they're fighting the blasting charges. They have the passive too. Harpies don't have murderous prowess. Again, we're gonna see 2 miners get summoned. Both sides have lots of extra money in the bank though to counter each other if needed. But man, like, what's going on here though? This hero squad is living for way too long. There is one respite for the Dark Elves though, and that's that these artillery pieces will eventually run out of ammunition. But then it's going to come down to how well the Medusas can kill the ranged. I don't know about that. If the Dark Elves capture the point though, Dwarves will have to advance. And that fight is not very good for them unless they start getting a million Slayers off. Oh, and the blasting charge is hit. Oh, big misplay from the Dark Elves. Allowing that to happen, that's going to be very painful. That might be the play that wins it for the dwarves. Commissar is very good at sneaking these points out of nowhere by just getting a little bit of focused summons over there. And that's pretty bad. Oh, that's pretty bad for the Dark Elves. They have the middle, though. And they probably have a Lord kill. Medusa, yep, with the snipe. Dang, okay. I think it's not over for the Dark Elves quite yet. It's going to be rough because of all these guys. And if it comes down to a Slayer spam, I would not want to be on the Dark Elf side. But also, it's not the end of the world. There's a little bit of play on both sides, but very clearly this is a dwarf advantage. This is also mega over. I think the Dark Elves could maybe get things back. It really depends on how well these Slayers do. But like these range units, well, I imagine they're just going to cover the point. Maybe some Cav spam will do it. This is quite perilous, though. These Dark Riders have a lot of work to get done. Is that a Bugman's? Just a Rangers, okay. Will the point be taken, though? Dark Elves are really running out of steam. Supplies still high for both sides. They do get this point, but I worry for them. Their tickets are not very good. Witch Elves coming back, though. They're going to help secure this. And the 2 assassins will hold too. 1 Medusa going down, however, is very bad. You need those alive to kill the range units, and the Grim Delvers just deleted them. Dark Rider spam could be amazing, though. We could see a lot of them just mopping up all these range units. They got 1 Ranger. They might have a 2nd Ranger. Maybe even a Thunderer here. Not impossible. I think this is very winnable for Dark Elves, especially with the collapse of the Dwarves here. They spent all of their money and Dark Elves still have some in the bank. This is weird, though. I don't know how I feel about this Bleak Sword. Maybe a miss summon, maybe a misclick. But they're never going to get this point. Oh, maybe because they don't see the Rangers. Information asymmetry? Yo, that would actually be huge for the Dwarves. Given the Dark Elves' false sense of security. Here come the Grim Delvers, too. Doing their best to take the point. If the Dark Elves hold this, though, they'll probably hold it for quite a long time. And it seems like they do. They have the point. They got the Witch Elves coming in. Oh, and they're actually going very hard on this. Maybe they did know the Rangers are here. Rangers are now occupied. The Dark Elves might actually take this. Never say never, people. You guys said Mega Jover. Unless you meant for the Dwarves. Because now things are actually looking kind of sus. The Dark Elf slow burn kite actually coming back a little bit. With the surprise play on the far point. And Commissar does not have a lot to actually bring to bear here. Capture weight is in the favor of the Dark Elves. They're gonna have to respond using a Ranger summon. But that means this point is gonna be even harder to hold now. Look at the Medusa. She's doing her best. But the Dark Elves just have to hold on to this point for a little bit longer. We're talking just like a few minutes. And that's honestly enough. Because then you win on 1 point and this map is way too big. Dwarves getting in their summons. They're trying to get on the point. But the miners rout. Dark Elves still have capture weight over here. Rangers in melee. Oh, what a massacre. Holy plow through on the Rangers. They're all gone. I think the Dark Elves are going to get this point. That's going to be very stressful. Now, the Dwarves could still pull it back if they get this point. Dark Elves could misplay. Are they trying to push through? No! The misplay! Units everywhere! But they could not get on the point. The Witch Elves just had to move a smidge. Commissar are very good at barely sneaking in those points, but still, the Dark Elves have a double cap. If they had that triple cap, it would have been huge, but... Scrappy. Oh my goodness, the Dwarves steal it by body blocking the point. Here's the thing though, I still think this point falls, and most of the range units are out of ammo for the Dwarves. They have a massive value lead, but it's not actually translating to a very strong force on the battlefield. Blasting charge volley though, devastating. I don't know, man. I'm actually pretty worried for the Dwarves now. They were looking pretty good for a second, but this fight went really well. The slow burn fight over here went really well. Just having a bit of anti-infantry looking pretty good. Being able to kill off the double Thane and the Lord was quite impactful. The Medusa is still alive. Honestly, if the second Medusa lived, it would have been disastrous. And I think the dwarves, as strong as they may be,
There is only
they have
defeat.
lost. GG! Look at that. Grim Delvers maybe delving too deep. Dude, that was kind of wild. I thought the Dark Elves were going to lose too. I had faith that they could come back, but it looked pretty sketchy for a second. At the end of the day, though, just having something to fight the hero squad is really good. The Thanes just didn't do that much at the end of the day. They did capture the point and eat some arrows, but Double Assassin worked them pretty hard. Felt like that was still winnable? No, dwarves don't have a way to come back when their army wiped and triple capped. Like, how the game would end in 3 minutes. How would the dwarves take back 2 points in 3 minutes when they have no units nearby? It would be too much. Trust me, Commissar is a very good dwarf player. Let's take a look at the reserves. Yeah, maybe if they had a ton of Slayers, they could make it work. But yeah, some bad matchups for dwarves, some good matchups. Not enough melee in the dwarf build. I think definitely taking a look at the value on the Medusas. That really tells us that, yeah, the dwarves just did not have a good answer to them. Honestly, Medusas are insane, man. They are so strong. And that's gonna be it. A fun match. Fun match. Congratulations to Flower. Congrats on the win. You get a DLC of your choice. Nice. Jeez. All right. So we've messaged the players. Was fun. Whew. Man, I still need to redeem myself with Cathay though. Yeah, the dwarves, their best mobility is rangers. I was wondering if we would see some Slayer pirates, but I think their melee is just not good enough. They have the same stat line as normal Slayers without the anti-large. At least I think that's it, right? Are they the same? Slayer pirates compared to Slayers. Oh, they have 20 less weapon strength, bro. All right. So they do 40% less damage. Yeah, that'll make a big difference. So there's no way these guys would ever be able to fight off, you know, a normal bleak sword. I think the dwarf matchups, it entirely revolves around if someone has the right infantry to kill Slayers. Dark Elves definitely have a good answer. Beastmen have a good answer. That's why they're good versus dwarves. High Elves too. High Elves can take out Slayers with the Rangers. You have even Norska. Even Norska, like Berserkers can do pretty well, but sometimes dwarves go air build against them. A little terrifying. Fun though. I'm gonna call it. Alrighty. So let's yeah, just make sure everything is good. Remember, if you have replays from today, you only need 2. Make sure to submit them to the replays channel in the next 15 minutes. Make sure to submit them in the next 15 minutes to get your thing added to the raffle. Let's take a look, see. Let's check with this. I think, yeah, one person I remember was struggling getting replays sent. I don't know if I have your replays, so you might want to do that or have people send replays on your behalf. Otherwise, you won't be entered. I think that's basically it, though. So we'll call it a day. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys on Monday. Tomorrow, we're taking the day off. I will still be hosting a tournament since some people said they wanted a tournament on Friday. So we'll go ahead and do that for y'alls, but I won't be streaming because I'll be busy. I think that's everything though. Peace out. Bye-bye. I can't wait to rest. It's gonna be so good.